Hey guys, welcome. So in this video, we're going to be talking about business data, where to buy business data, how to clean business data, and kind of what my recommendations are for all that. So when it comes to business data, the key is how can we buy business data for the cheapest possible price, and then clean it up from there using the cheapest possible cleaning software without sacrificing the quality of that data. So this is my thoughts overall. There's a lot of different data providers. There's data providers like Apollo. There's data providers, ZoomInfo, Dun and Bradstreet. There's 1,000 of them, probably more than 1,000. Which one do you choose? Well, from my perspective, you always want to choose the one with the cheapest data, and I'll tell you why. What's the point of spending money on extremely expensive data? Like, I've tried ZoomInfo, done all that, paid $8,000 for ZoomInfo, got data, didn't even allow me to get a lot of data. I got 5,000 contacts. Could be wrong, but I think something like that. When you buy data, it's all about cleaning the data. So there's no point in buying expensive data using these sources that are 30, 40, 50 cents per contact, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to clean it anyways. Find the cheapest options. My recommendation on buying data: look into two different options, okay? Look into DataZap. For me, it's the best option because it has a wide variety of data. I could do SIC codes. I could do any type of search I want. It has a good variety of data. It has homeowner data, property owner data. Like, it has so many different options. They're also the cheapest option to buy data from. My recommendation is that. The other one that I've used a lot of is Apollo. Now, I think Apollo pricing has changed over the years. I am on a grandfathered plan where I get data for very cheap, but Apollo is also a great platform. Basically, what they're doing is scraping the internet, scraping LinkedIn for contacts, and then putting it onto their platform. But they have a lot of business owner data. It's one of the biggest players in the market when it comes to business data. Another option I'll touch on really briefly is Data Axle. So I never use Data Axle, but they have really good customer service. And I always think that, like, when I reach out to them asking about data and how much it's going to be, they do a great job at answering all my questions. I just don't use them because it's like 30 to 40 cents per contact. And if I'm trying to buy 1,000 contacts, that's already, I don't know, $300. It's going to start to get a lot. What I do as a marketer is I'm not using 1,000 contacts. I'm using 100,000 contacts. So I can't really afford to pay too much for data. Hence why I use the cheapest option. Now, when you get the data, when you've downloaded the list, do not upload it into your email provider. Do not try to send out the emails right away. Even if the data provider says, oh, we've cleaned the list, everything's high quality, everything's verified, you don't need to clean this list. I would not trust that, because even when I spent $8,000 for ZoomInfo and got 5,000 of the highest quality leads, contact information I could probably get, I still put that through my cleaning software, and 30% of the contacts were bad. And when the 30% are bad, you can't use them, so it's like 30% already wasted. That's why I'm like, just use a cheap provider. So what are those cleaning softwares I recommend? Okay, so there's two main options. First one is called Million Verifier. This is the one I use. You could buy a bunch of credits, and the cleaning per credit is like pretty cheap. I've used this for a while now. I've had no problems with it. The cleaning is good. The end result is verified, cleaned emails, so I have no problem with that. That's the goal. The other option is NeverBounce. What I like about NeverBounce is that they actually provide you with like an audit of your list before you use the cleaning service. So you can upload your list, and it says like check list, and it actually gives you like an audit, like percentage of bad contacts on that list without actually cleaning it. And it'll tell you, hey, you should clean this list. Hey, your list is probably okay not to clean. I wouldn't really trust the not to clean part, but I would never trust the not to clean part, but They do say that. But NeverBounce is a great option. I would recommend that if you want to look at that one as well. So overall, like what we use at Clients.io, we use Apollo because we have a good subscription with that. We use DataZap for SIC code information. And if we have a one-off campaign going after property owners, homeowners, we will buy data from DataZap. Very good source for that. And then we use Million Verifier the most for the cleaning system. I don't really use NeverBounce because it's a little bit more expensive. I get everything done with Million Verifier, but you can check out NeverBounce. They have cool tools. So yeah, I would recommend these as your data and cleaning softwares. There's a lot of noise in the market. There's a million different options. Just use those. That's all you need. Those 4 different options will do everything that you need them to do. Unless you're trying to find a very, very specific industry list that might be provided through some other resource or something like that, that these general business data providers don't have. But if that's not the case, then don't worry about it. So hopefully this has helped you out trying to figure out where to buy data, how to clean data, and please stay tuned. Subscribe to this video if you haven't already, and see you in the next video.